Yeah. So what is the name of the chapter? Don't be shy. Or we don't remember.
Don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. So we are discussing the universal form of the Lord. You heard about Vishwarup? Vishwarup Darshan, right? We have heard, right? Okay. So the 11th chapter, Krishna describes his Vishwarup. So Bhagavad Gita progresses with, again, Arjun is, so all of the armies from the Kaurava side and the Pandava side are on the battlefield. If I use Hindi a little bit in between, will you be able to understand?
Yes.
I won't give the lecture in Hindi, but a few words. So both the parties are there, and Arjuna then asks Krishna, "Oh Krishna, I want to see who are assembled here, wishing to fight." And now these are cousins. Like imagine like you fighting with your cousins, you fighting with Saurabh or whatever your cousins' name are. That they bring their own armies, and then you are fighting, and your Dadaji is on the other side also, and then your class teacher is there also wanting to kill you. Imagine the scene, right? How it is. So this is like a family, a battle, and there are how many Yoddhas were there? Does anyone have a figure? Maybe someone can look up. So I think in crores, and they all assembled in this one place. Which place?
Kurukshetra.
Wow. Yes, Kurukshetra. So there Krishna then brought Arjuna to a very strategic position, and from that position he saw everyone. He saw, oh, Duryodhan, Ore, Bhishma Dev, Dadaji, or Pardadaji, the easy Pardadaji, right? And then, oh, Guruji, everyone is there. What is this? People joining? Oh, and then he saw everyone, and then when he saw all of them, he saw, oh, my nephews are there. Oh, 4 million like army assembled there. 4 million soldiers, including the charioteers or the whatever senapatis. 4 million. How much is 4 million in Hindi?
40 lakhs.
40 lakh. 40. Imagine, like that was the strength. So they assembled there, right? So they assembled, and then Krishna placed Arjuna in a very strategic position. And from there, when he saw all his family members in one place, and he was the grief and then the attachment, all that came into his heart. And because he was a very kind-hearted devotee, he felt compassion. He said, I'm not going to fight Krishna. And that whole chapter, Krishna explains then, oh, you are not the body, you are soul. And then all of that progresses into then chapter 10. And then, of course, this Karma Yoga and all of that progresses chapter 10 when Krishna shows, now this is Raj Vidya, 9th chapter. And then 10th chapter, Krishna says, my opulences, what are my opulences? Among the elephants, I am Airavat. Among the horse, I am Uchchai Shrava. Among the demons, I am Prahlad. Right? I am Prahlad. Among the stars, I am Moon. Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. And that way Krishna gives his opulences. And then Arjuna hears this, and the very first verse of the next chapter. Now, when Krishna is speaking, Krishna doesn't say, okay, Arjun, 10th chapter complete, let's start 11th chapter. It is not like that, right? Okay, Krishna, 2nd chapter. This concludes the 1st chapter. Now let's start 2nd chapter. It is not like that. So Krishna is speaking progressively. Vyasadeva, when he is writing this down, in fact, not Vyasadeva is not writing. Who is writing this? Ganesha. That's this past time he had to break his tooth because he had to continuously write. Conditions was set. So Mahabharata in Bhishma Parv, this Bhagavad Gita appears. Gita Upanishad. So, where was I? Yeah, so he wrote this. So Krishna is not saying, okay, this chapter 11 is starting now. So when Arjuna heard all of these glories in 10th chapter, the 42nd verse of 10th chapter, Krishna says that what is the need of all of this elaboration? Kimba bahu naitena gyattvena Arjuna Vishtabhyam idam Krishnam ekam shinastito jagat. Krishna says, what is the need for all this elaboration? Krishna gave a lot of elaboration. Basically, in every single category, Krishna says, whatever is the supreme, that represents me. In every category, be it human being, be it demigods, be it mountains. Krishna says of the non-moving objects, I am what? Let me test some knowledge here. Among non-moving objects, I am what? Himalaya. Among the moving, Mount Meru. So we should know these things, right? So this is from 10th chapter. So when Arjuna heard this, then when Krishna said the last verse, Krishna said, All of these are just, don't worry about them. There's no need to go into further detail. Krishna says, by a single fragment of myself, this whole universe is existing. With a single fragment, this whole universe. How many universes are there? Option A, 1. Option B, 4.
14.
14? Okay. That was not in the... Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 14 lokas. How many universes are there? 1008? 108? How many are there?
I would say countless.
Countless, yes. So have you seen a bag? If I make a big bag of mustard seed, how many seeds are going to be there? And you know how many, right? And if you roll that out, and in a pool, swimming pool, like the seeds are floating, right? So that way, in the causal ocean, the universes are floating. And the universes, they come out of the pores of the body of whom? Mahavishnu, right? And his exhalation and inhalation, that period is the whole creation and the life of Brahma and his death. And in that period, we have so many important things to do. And for Krishna, that is nothing. He is like, the Brahmaji's whole life, the Hiranyakashipu comes, Ravan comes, Lord Ram comes, Lord Krishna comes, and we have our graduation party, this party, that party, so many 100 classes, we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we're cooking, we are tired, we are sleeping, all of that. And that Krishna, fast forward that like so much, and then Krishna, and that is creation. For Krishna, this is time. And then we'll come to this point of time in this chapter. So when Krishna says this, then Arjuna, very first verse, he speaks that, let us read as is. If I could use, yes. Arjuna said, by hearing the instructions you have kindly given me, bracket in the 10th chapter, about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. Arjuna says, my illusion has now been dispelled. And then he's asking Krishna to show his universal form. His illusion is dispelled. Then why is he asking? He's asking Krishna, show me your Virat Roop. Why? We have read, I'm asking question because I was told that you have gone through the first 50 verses. Right? So I am that class teacher who is always asking, hey, kya padh ke aaye the pichli baar? Kya padhaya tha? So, anyone? Why is Krishna asking? Okay, no problem. Okay, then let me go slow. So, when Arjuna asked this question, then Arjuna says Krishna basically is now pointing to not chapter 10 in his mind, but the instructions he got before, that among this I am this, among this I am this. So Krishna says all of these opulences is coming from a fragment of my existence. Fragment. And Arjuna is now I have seen all these opulences, I have heard about these opulences. Krishna did not show him. It was not that Airavat was coming in front of him when Krishna says I am Airavat, and then Uchchaishrava was coming, and then Indra was coming among demigods. No, he was hearing, this was all theory going on. And then Arjuna was like, okay, I have heard all your opulences. Now I want to see how you have created, like in what form you have entered this creation. So when Krishna enters this creation, he enters the creation in the form of this universal form. This universal form, or what we call in Hindi as, in Sanskrit as Virat Roop or Vishwaroop. Right? So this form, Prabhupada says, is a temporary form. Is it permanent or temporary? Have you ever been to a temple where there's Virat Roop? And they keep offering lamp. Have you ever seen that? Or they have to bring like one truck of garlands and keep garlanding every form? No, we don't see that. Right? Because Krishna says clearly this is a temporary form. Right? And then we'll discuss like why this is a temporary form. Right? Okay. So this is a material aspect of what Krishna is presenting is material. It's a material aspect. Prabhupada says it's not a spiritual form. This form is not. It's temporary. And this Virat Roop is there for a specific purpose, for the creation of the material world. So when this universe is created, Brahma appears from the navel of
Mahavishnu.
Not Mahavishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So there are technical terms, we should be careful. Right? He appears from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And then he takes the ingredients from the stem of the lotus. And then he creates these 14 worlds. Okay? 14 worlds. What are the 14 worlds? America, South America. What are the 14 worlds?
Upper and lower.
Yeah, do you remember?
7 up, 7 down.
7 up, 7 up, 7 down. What are the what are, huh? Talatal, Vital, Susal, Patal. Yes, so very good. So we have these 7 higher planetary systems and 7 lower planetary systems, right? There is no sunlight beyond the earth. They use emergency light beyond. So they have like big serpents and they have jewels on their head, and that's what, right? And if they want to sleep, they just cover them. I don't know, but that's how it is. It is like the Bilva Swarg. It's called Bilva Swarg. So that is Swarg. It's not hell. It is Swarg. So they have opulences greater than what is in Indra's planet. And that's where Bali Maharaj was sent by Vamana Dev. That you go enjoy in which planet? Sutal Lok. And then Krishna was guarding himself like personally as Vamana Dev. Anyways, so this material creation happens when this material creation happens, then it is explained in 3rd canto how the feet is what Indra, and the genitals are what the progenitors are, the progenitors or the Prajapatis, and then hands, feet are Lord Vishnu, hand is Indra, Brahma, head, like all of that. So that is all described. So the whole universal form is described. The hair are the trees, and then the hair on the head is the clouds, and the nails are the mountains, and all of that is description. The bones are the rocks or stone, whatever. Like so many description is there. So that is the universal form. So devotees are not very interested in that. So why is Arjuna asking? Arjuna is asking for our benefit. So Prabhupada says in the future there are going to be people who's going to say we are what? Incarnation. We are God's incarnation. In India you see, right? So many Bhagwan come up. Right? Says I am Bhagwan, this Bhagwan. So Prabhupada says if someone says that, then you should ask them, show your Virat Roop. If they are able to show, we can accept. But they are not able to. Right? Anyway, so let's continue. So Arjuna asked, now show me your universal form. Then Arjuna said, okay Krishna, if you think I am able to see that form, or if I am qualified to see that form, please show that to me. And I'm saying it quickly because you have already gone through this. So you have already gone through this, yes. So Arjuna says, okay Krishna, please show me this form. And then Krishna says, okay Arjuna, with these eyes you cannot see. So I am giving you what? Divine vision. And it's not Arjuna was sent to hospital for an eye transplant. He gave him the powers because Krishna can do anything and everything. He can do anything and everything. He's God. So then he said, okay Arjuna, now immediately. Have you been to this planetarium thing, right? They have this 360-degree dome, and then you see, anywhere you see there are images, right? And then Krishna showed his Virat Roop, and this Virat Roop, and then Krishna showed so many forms, big mouths, big teeth. They were not like all like Krishna smiling, flute everywhere. It was not like that. Oh Lord Ramachandra here. It was not like that. It was this huge Virat Roop, and they were all very fearsome. If you have seen that image, I don't know if you can bring that image somehow, but if you have seen that image, there are forms that have big teeth, and Arjuna says that, oh, your forms have so big teeth, and there is fire coming from the mouth, and anywhere he sees, all these forms are there, and these forms are not just standing there, they have garlands, and they have wonderful scents, different types of scents are there, and Arjuna is sitting in one place. Krishna says, Arjuna, now sitting in one place, you can see everything, whatever you have always at any time wish to see, and anything in future you want to see, you will see it here, sitting in one place. And then Arjuna sees, and I don't know how much he could turn his head, but anywhere he saw this huge Virat Roop, and then he saw all the devatas, everything, all the creation, all the elements, everything he saw sitting in one place, right? And then it will progress what else he saw, and he's going to explain that. But then Arjuna started to become fearful. Fearful. But Prabhupada clarifies that he was not fearful, but
Wonder.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thanks. So he was in awe. Okay, good class. So he was in awe. And he was in awe. So awe, wonder is one of the rasas. So he was in awe. And he was, oh, my friend. Suppose like you have friendship with someone, and you always go out and you're drinking tea and this and that, or go out enjoying, go to some whatever parties, and then one day he comes, oh, I am son of Bill Gates. You are shocked, right? You are shocked. Or I am Justin Bieber, whatever, like some huge big personality. You don't know, but then you come to know. That's how Arjuna felt. And then Krishna said, okay Arjuna, So that's later. But then when Arjuna saw all of these forms, then Sanjaya, who is saying this to Dhritarashtra? Sanjaya. And then Sanjaya, he was empowered by whom? Vyasadev, right? So Vyasadev had empowered Sanjaya that you can see this as if you are seeing a movie. He was seeing this everything live, and he was live telecasting to whom? Dhritarashtra. He was blind. उसके सामने टीवी भी रखो वो नहीं देख पाएगा. So he was, the only way was to hear. So he heard, okay. And then Arjuna, when he was seeing this universal form, he also saw that all of the army men and all the soldiers and Duryodhana, Bhishma Dev, Dadaji, all of them were rushing into the mouth of these different mouths. Not just one mouth. सारे एक साथ एक मुंह में नहीं जा रहे थे. There were so many different mouths. So they were entering these different mouths. 10-15 इस मुंह में, 10-15 in the other mouth, and they were rushing. They were not going walking. they were rushing. जैसे how you suck a vacuum में, how the leaves go into करके. So all of these were rushing into the blazing mouths of the Virat Roop. And Arjuna also saw that their heads were getting smashed between the teeth of the universal form. Imagine you're standing and you see your cousins being smashed. Dadaji, they're smashed in one of the other teeth, and between, and is being eaten up, entering the fire mouth. And then Arjuna that's why he was in fear. And he says his hands were shaking and his existence was shaking. And then he saw all of this happening. And then he also saw like people from his party going there. His soldiers. Oh, so this soldier of mine is there. And then Arjuna said, which of course Sanjay is saying, which is 50. Arjuna said, Krishna, I cannot take this form anymore. Please show me your
400 form.
Please show me your 400 form. 400. What are there in 400 four hands of Krishna? Shankha Chakra, Gada Padma. Shankha Chakra. You change the order, the names also change. Right? Permutation combination. 4 times 3. Times 2 times 1, right? So you do that, and that many permutation combination, and those are different names. Adhokshaja, Nirsimha, Vamana, all these names of Krishna. When Vamana, I say Vamana, don't think it's Vamana. It is like the 400 Vamana or 400 Nirsimha. So these names are there. So these names change. Anyway, so Arjuna asked, please show me that form. I cannot handle this form anymore. See, I see all my relatives going into your mouth. I cannot see this form anymore. So Krishna then, he showed his 400 form, which is this verse number 50. The one which is open already here. So here, this we have done before. So I'm just going to quickly read the Sanskrit. Ityarjunam vasudevas tathoktva swakam rupam darshayam asa bhuyah ashvasayam asacha bhitamenam bhutva punah saumya vapur mahatma. So here Sanjay is telling whom? Dhritarashtra. Now Sanjay also told Dhritarashtra that Arjuna saw Duryodhana entering the mouth. Arjuna saw Bhishma Dev entering the mouth. So Dhritarashtra's hopes are already smashed. Dhritarashtra is now saying, okay, khatam, game over. Everyone has already entered his mouth. So, and they are already smashed. Then he says that Krishna showed him first the 4-arm form, and then what? Bhutva punah saumya vapur mahatma. Mahatma is who? Krishna. So then he is showing his saumya vapu. Saumya vapu means beautiful form. The beautiful form of Krishna is, of course, 400 form is very beautiful. Most beautiful. But even beautiful is the 200 form of Krishna. So Krishna showed the 200 form to Arjuna. Arjuna asked for to see the 400 form. But Krishna showed 200 form. Okay. And Srila Prabhupada is in the purport which we have already read, describes what the Saumya Vapu is. This is the most beautiful form of Krishna. And then we start our text here. It is 7:25. Okay. So 51. So we can repeat. Arjuna Uvacha Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idanim Asmi Samrittaha Sachetaha Prakritim Gataha. Zoom. I can work through Mac. If you can.
Oops, I also get.
Oh, Zoom. I thought Zoom. I thought Zoom. I was looking for Zoom. Okay, got it. Okay. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna said.
Arjuna said,
Drishtva. Seeing. Idam. This. Manusham. Human. Rupam. Form. Tava. Your. Saumyam. Very beautiful. Janardana. O chastiser of the enemies. Idanim. Now. Asmi. I am. Samvrittaha. Settled. Sachetaha. In my consciousness. Prakritim. To my own nature. Gataha. Returned. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, "O Janardhan, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind, and I am restored to my original nature." Someone wants to read the purport? Anyone?
Here, the words Manusham Rupam clearly indicate the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be originally two-handed. Those who deride Krishna as if he were an ordinary person are shown here to be ignorant of his divine nature. If Krishna is like an ordinary human being, then how is it possible for him to show the universal form and again to show the four-handed Narayana form? So it is very clearly stated in Bhagavad Gita that one who thinks that Krishna is an ordinary person and who misguides the reader by claiming that it is the impersonal Brahman within Krishna speaking is doing the greatest injustice. Krishna has actually shown his universal form and his four-handed Vishnu form. So how can he be an ordinary being? A pure devotee is not confused by misguiding commentaries on Bhagavad Gita because he knows what is what. The original verses of Bhagavad Gita are as clear as the sun. They do not require lamplight from foolish commentators.
Thank you, Prabhu. So Arjuna, when he sees this original form of Krishna, which is called as, in Sanskrit, Saumya Vapu. Let's focus. Saumya Vapu. Vapu means body, form. Saumya means yeah. Saumya name is name also of people. If people are called Saumya, right? So Saumya Vapu, beautiful form. And Prabhupada translate as original form. So Prabhupada is an acharya. He can give us the conclusion of the Shastras. And how is he giving the conclusion? By referring the previous teachers or acharyas in the Parampara system. If you go to Sri Sampradaya, through their acharyas, they quote. If you come to this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, through our acharyas, we quote. And all are perfect. Right? So Prabhupada says, when Arjuna saw, or Vyasdev is saying, when Arjuna saw this beautiful form, he said that I am now composed in mind. Why does he say that? Because previously, when he was seeing the Vishwarupa, what was he? In what state? He was fearful, he was in awe, in wonder, and he was not composed, he was shaking, right? But now when he sees this form, he is peaceful, and then says, I am restored to my original nature. Sa chetaha prakritim. Prakriti means nature, right? Whose nature? Whoever is reference to. Here Arjuna is speaking, so it is his nature. And if it is not, nothing is reference, then it's Krishna's nature, which is his prakriti, right? So these 4 verses, 5 verses, 51, 52, 3, 4 and 5, these are verses that is going to take us to pure devotional service gradually. And then we are entering the next chapter, which is the 12th chapter, and that is called devotional service. So we are setting a prelude to the 12th chapter. Okay. So moving on to the next verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Sudurdarshamidam rupam
Sudarshamidam rupam
Drishtavanasi yan mama
Vishwanasimayan mama
Devapyasya rupasya
Devapyasya rupasya
Nityam darshana kankshinaha.
Nityam darshanakamshinaha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. Now Krishna is talking about which form? 200 form. So between verses 1 and 50, Krishna is already telling Arjuna that this universal form cannot be seen by any kind of austerity, by reading the Vedas, by doing sacrifices, by doing anything. You cannot purchase a qualification to see this form of Virata Rupa. And Prabhupada explains in the purport that even if you have Gyan, even if you are doing sacrifice or doing austerities, unless you mix one ingredient, you cannot get to see the universal form. And what is that ingredient? Thank you, Prabhu. Huh? There's one ingredient. Bhakti. What is that? With your bhakti, you will get the divine vision. Yes. So, what is the main ingredient? Bhakti. So, bhakti has to be there. If bhakti is not there, then it is like what? A body without soul. There's a beautiful body, but there is no soul. What are you going to do? You're going to run away. It's a dead body. Right? Right? So, similarly, when these jnana, all of these karma, by itself, they cannot like achieve Krishna. They cannot help you achieve Krishna. Only when you add a tinge of bhakti is when you can achieve Krishna. And that's given in the purport by Srila Prabhupada. I'm not making anything up. Okay. So, this form, again, which form we are referring to? The Saumya Vapu, the 200 form. And Prabhupada in later purport says the 400 form also. So, taking that back here, both the 400 form and the 200 form are very, very difficult. The form Virata Rupa is difficult to see, but this is Sudur Darsham. Darsham means, we have seen Dur Darshan. Darsham means to see. And Dur means? Not Dur wala Dur. Dur. Ek single you wala Dur. You. Dur means difficult. Yeah. Dur Darsham. And Sudur Darsham means? Very difficult. Dur Darsham is not possible to see. And Sudur Darsham means? Bilkul hi possible nahi hai dekhna. Right? So this form that you are seeing is very, very difficult. And Prabhupada explains, then when Krishna was in the womb of Mother Devaki, and where was Krishna born? In a jail. Imagine a god is taking birth in jail. Right? So he's taking birth in this jail, but he's still in the womb of Mother Devaki. And then if you have read the third chapter or second chapter of Bhagavatam, then these demigods, second chapter, and then these demigods, they start to come and they start to pray. Pray whom? Krishna. Are they able to see Krishna then? Where is Krishna? In the womb. When the earth was burdened by these demons and Prithvi, taking the form of a cow, went to see whom? Brahma. So please protect me. I'm being tortured by these demon kings, and this whole atheism has spread. Please save me. I cannot tolerate this anymore. She, taking in the form of a cow, is crying and going to Lord Brahma.
Oh, very nice group. Hare Krishna. You have all the prasadam saved for the devotees? Okay, very good. How many, what's the attendance so we know?
20.
Just want to make sure we have enough for everybody.
20.
Oh, okay. Very good. You're very lucky to be hearing from Rasanath.
Where was I? So lucky, I forgot.
He went to Brahma.
Yeah.
Prithvi went as cow to Brahma.
Yeah, so she went to Brahma. And then all the Devatas also came. We are also, we are also in trouble. Brahma deeply save us. So they also went. And then Brahma said, okay, bhai, ruko. Then Lord Brahma went and he sat on the shore, or he went to the shore. I don't know, sat or stand, whatever. He was there, and then he was praying to Lord Vishnu from the bank of the Shirodakshai. The Shirodaka, the ocean of milk. Did the devatas get to hear? Get to see Lord Vishnu? No. And this is 400 form of Vishnu. So what did they heard? The Akashvani, not the Akashvani, but Krishna then speaking directly. So they only heard Vishnu speak. Okay, I am going to come, and I am going to take birth from Mother Devaki. On the devatas, you also appear, in the family of the Yadus, and then once you're done, we will go back and this and that. So he gave this whole message, and then he pacified Bhumi, Lord Brahma, and then she went, and then everything happened. But did anyone get darshan of Lord Vishnu?
No.
Lord Brahma got the darshan? No. When the creation started, when Brahma sprang up from this lotus flower, Brahma didn't have a mother. When he went to school, they asked, Mama ka naam? Ek papa hai bas. So he had no mother. So he's called Swayambhu. Swayambhu. He was born on a lotus. Right? And then he started looking by who's my source. And then he went through the stem of the lotus and he found, where is my source? Where is my source? And he couldn't find. And then he heard these two words, two syllables. Ta-pa, ta-pa. Then he did tapasya. Tapa means tapasya. And then Krishna revealed in his heart the knowledge. Right? So this is Lord Brahma. He's our original spiritual master in the parampara, Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. So the point we're trying to make is, it is very difficult to see Krishna, and Prabhupada says, Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the beautiful Lord, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, he says, Deva apyasya rupasya, asya rupasya, this form, Saumya Vapu form, even the Devatas, Nityam Darshana Kankshina, they are always wanting to see this form, but it is very, very difficult to see. You cannot see this form just like that. If you desire to see, that's not just the only qualification. That's one qualification, but you have to act. So things will progress. I would highly recommend that in your leisure time, or not even leisure, just try to find some time to read the purports. If you take the purports, it will be lengthy, but I've taken the essence of that. So we'll move to the next verse. Text 53. Naham vedair na tapasa. Oh, sorry. Naham vedair na tapasa. Nadane na chejaya. Shakya evam vidho drashtum. Drishtavanasi mam yatha. This is who speaking? Krishna. Now he has already assumed the
200.
This is not Virat Rupa speaking. This is not the 400 form speaking. This is 200 form of Krishna speaking. To whom?
Arjuna.
The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes. Oh, his eyes are still transcendent. Okay. Cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. Chutti. No need to study Vedas. Kuch nahi hone wala. No need to do tapasya. Khao piyo. Nor by charity. Paisa bank mein dalo. Nor by worship. Gar chalo. Kuch nahi karna. So we are not able to. So Krishna is saying that by doing this you will not be able to see me. So what's the point? No, but Prabhupada will explain. Okay. So it is said simply by studying, which means that if you think that if I study the Vedas, I am going to understand Krishna, by that ahankar, you are not going to understand Krishna. Krishna says, Vedasya sarvai aham eva Veda Vedanta krit Veda vid eva chaham. I am the only one to be known from the Vedas. I am the creator of the Vedas. Krishna says, so it is the goal of learning the Vedas. Learning the Vedas goal is not to earn a degree or to get some scholarship. No, the goal is to understand Krishna. So if you simply study the Vedas, you will not see him as he is in his two-handed Saumya Vapu form, nor by undergoing serious penances. If you do serious penances like Hiranyakashipu, when Hiranyakashipu was doing serious penances, did Krishna appear? Oh, very good, Hiranyakashipu. No. And when Ravana was chopping off his heads, did Krishna appear? No, he did not. So serious penances cannot attract Krishna, nor by charity. If you think you are a big donor, do you think you can attract Krishna? No. And by worshipping, you can make a show. You can take in entirety of your opulences and then offer it to the Lord in the deity. Just go to Tirupati Balaji or someplace and just give your money. Are you able to see Krishna by that? No. Right? So Prabhupada explains that unless there is devotion, bhakti, these items cannot help you see Krishna. Right? So we will quickly read this purport now because this is not that long. If someone can.
Krishna first appeared before his parents Devaki and Vasudev in a four-handed form, and then he transformed himself into the two-handed form. This mystery is very difficult to understand for those who are atheist or who are devoid of devotional service. For scholars who have simply studied Vedic literature by way of grammatical knowledge or mere academic qualifications, Krishna is not possible to understand, nor is he to be understood by persons who officially go to the temple to offer worship. They make their visit, but they cannot understand Krishna as he is. Krishna can be understood only through the path of devotional service, as explained by Krishna himself in the next verse.
Very good. So, anyone can summarize quickly this purport? Very quickly, in Hindi or English, whatever. One of you. So that there's some interaction. Otherwise, it's like one person just keeps talking. What is that in this? Yeah, bro.
First essence is bhakti. With bhakti, the first essence is bhakti. You might learn Vedas or any other scripts, but for merely getting a certificate or, as you said, a scholarship, if you do that part, then the bhakti part is missing. From which you can't see the two-hand form. You can simply get something, but you can't see the Krishna in it.
Yeah.
So the essence is bhakti. That is the primary. With that, in connection to that, we have to learn Vedas, Upanishads, whatever. Yeah, that's what.
Very good. Right, and there are other aspects too, which is the penances, charity, and temple worship. So all of that has to be done to please Krishna, which Prabhupada said is going to be described in the next verse. And these next two verses have huge purports. Okay. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya aham evam vidhorjuna Gyatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Can you read the translation, bro?
My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding.
So not by tapasya, not by sacrifices, not by reading Vedas, not by worship, you cannot achieve me. But how can you achieve me? This verse says. What happened there? Okay, no problem. He says, my dear Arjun, only by what? Undivided. In Sanskrit, bhaktyatva ananya shakya. Shakya means possible. Shakya means possible. How is it possible? Ananyaya. Ananya means, you know Ananya? Ananya, pata hai shabd Hindi ka? Ananya. Ananya. Anya means other. Ananya means
Nothing.
no one else or nothing else. Yeah. Anya means else and Ananya means nothing else. Means only. Only what? Only devotion to Krishna. So, bhaktyatva ananya shakya aham evam vidhojana. Only by this unalloyed devotional service can you
See Krishna.
can you see me? And then three things he says. Gyatum. Gyatum means to know. Drashtum means
To see.
so Gyatum means
To know.
Drashtum means
To see.
okay. And then Gyatum means
To know.
okay. Cha tatvena praveshtum. Praveshtum means
Enter.
to enter. Right? To enter into what? The understanding of Krishna. What are you going to enter into? Enter into the understanding of Krishna. So, Gyatum let's remember these things. Gyatum, drashtum, praveshtum. Okay, to know, to see,
And to enter into the understanding of
and to enter into the understanding of Krishna. The only way is what?
undivided devotional service.
Undivided devotional service. Okay. Now Prabhupada in this purport is giving us, he's quoting verses from different scriptures, and then he's explaining like how we can see Krishna. So he says, he quotes Shvetashvatar Upanishad 6.23. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite katitahi artha prakashante mahatmanah. So Prabhupada is explaining that one who, or this is Shvetashvatar Upanishad shloka. So it says, one who has unflinching devotion in the Supreme Lord and also in the spiritual master, to him the purports of the Vedas are disclosed. Okay, I'm just simplifying this. So what is the hidden thing of the Vedas? What is Vedas trying to hide from us? Krishna. Krishna is not so cheap, right? So Veda is trying to hide. Unless you read the Vedas through the eyes of this parampara, Guru parampara, you cannot understand the Vedas. It will be very difficult. Like if you buy a biology book, Morrison, Boyd, or whatever, it's a huge book, and then you start reading yourself, will you be able to understand? You need a teacher. So we need a teacher. So that's this verse. And then yeah, we'll skip this verse. So what's that verse that we quote from Rupa Goswami on pure devotional service? Anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhi anavritam anukulena krishnanushilanam bhakti uttama. So this Ananya Bhakti will be explained in the next verse. So now we started from shloka 51. What did we talk about in 51? Anyone other than the front, because you know the entirety of Gita, Bhagavad, CC, they are all champions already. What was verse 51? Prasad will be served. What was verse 51?
Arjuna asked to show him his Virat roop.
So he asked him to show him his 400 rope, and then after the 50th is where the Virat roop ends, and then he starts with the 200 rope, and then he starts explaining Arjuna.
Yeah, so for 50 already Arjuna is seeing the.
Yes.
So he had requested it before. He requested to see the 400 form. Krishna gave him a bonus, and he showed him the 200 form also. And then 51st verse, Arjuna is saying that okay, now this Swamyarup, when I am seeing this form, then what is happening? I am at peace and I am in my natural situation. What is my natural situation? I know you as my friend, and now you are back in your original form. Now I know, and now I am peaceful, I am familiar, and then I know I'm peaceful. That is 51. 52? I also forgot. What is 52? Then Krishna speaks that this form that you are seeing is very Sudhudarsham. It is very, very difficult to see. Prabhupada explains that the Virata Rupa is difficult, but this form is even more difficult. And not only the 200, but the 400 also. Both of them are very difficult. We discussed that the Lord Brahma went there, the Prithvi went there, and then they couldn't see, the Devatas couldn't see, and then the Devatas prayed, Krishna was in the womb. We discussed all of that. We will revise again after the class, okay? And then the next verse, this is the one. Only through undivided devotional service you can
understand.
You can three things. You can know me, you can
see me,
you can
enter into my understanding. Okay, three things: Gyatum, Drashtum, Praveshtum. Okay, let's remember this, and after the class we'll. Okay.
Exam hoga.
Whoever can answer will get extra rice. I don't know what is remaining. Text 55. Mat karma krin mat paramo मद भक्तः संगवर्जितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यः समामेति पांडव. Okay, now this is the formula to see Krishna. This is a very important verse. So these 5 verses talk about pure devotional service. The reason the Vishwarupa was shown so that there is this contrast between pure devotional service and this jnana and karma mishra bhakti. Because Vishwarupa you cannot see, as we explained, you cannot see just by jnana or by karma or by sacrifice, unless it is mixed with what? Bhakti. Only then you can see this Virata Roop, right? But that is mixed. But if you have pure devotional service, that is the only way to see the 200 or the 400 form of Krishna. That is there. Okay. So can someone read this translation?
My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me.
He certainly comes to me. Okay, let me divide. What are the things? Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service. And then he's qualifying what is pure devotional service. What is that? Let's go to Sanskrit. Mat karma krin, mat paramo. Mat karma krin means working for me. And who is me here? Krishna. He's speaking. Mat paramo, considering me the supreme goal. Mat paramo, considering me the supreme goal. Mat karma krin, working for me. Mat bhaktaha, my devotee. But what kind of devotee? Sangha varjitaha. Sangha means association. So here, Mad Bhakta Sangha Varjita means that my devotee without mixture of jnana and karma. Without mixture of jnana and karma. If you take out jnana and you take out karma, what remains? Pure devotional service. So this Mad Bhakta Sangha Varjita, this is what it means, that pure devotional service. This is pure devotional service. Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Vary. You know what the word vary in Hindi? What does that mean? Bury. Ab main ganan chahta. Bury. What is bury? Enemy. Enemy. Heard the word vary, right? Bury. So bury means enemy, right? So nirvaira means without enmity. So without enmity can also mean friendly, right? Vary means enemy. Nirvaira means no enemy, and it can also mean friendly. Sarva bhuteshu, towards all, not bhut pishach. Bhuteshu means no, not bhuteshu. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Bhuta means not that you start like calling, lighting candles and calling. So nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. Sarva bhuteshu means all the living entities, right? So we are friendly to the living entities. Yah samameti pandava. Who does this? He comes to me. The word in the previous verse was praveshtum. Enter. Enter where? In my understanding or my planet. If you want to enter Krishna's planet, you have to become qualified. Okay, but then you will ask, okay, what's the qualification? Okay, you're telling me the qualification. Like you have to be qualified. Like if you want to enter the US, they'll say, okay, you have to be qualified. Then you ask, what's the qualification? Okay, check mark, checklist, all of this, right? You have to show some property. Not that I'm a beggar and I'm coming to the US, right? Then I'll be homeless here. So they don't want burden on their country, right? So similarly, you go to Krishna, then there is a checklist. And what is that? Krishna is saying, personally, mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhakta. We'll take this one together. Mat bhakta sangha varjita. One thing. Nirvaira sarva. 4 things. Okay, what are the 4 things again? Mat karma krin. It's already there. Let's see that word. Mat karma krin. Working for me. Mat paramo. Consider me the supreme. Mat bhakta sangha varjita. Being my pure devotee. Sangha varjita means being free from karma and jnana. Right? Karma and jnana, if you think that you can achieve Krishna by karma and jnana, it is not possible. Krishna says, I can only be achieved by pure devotional service. What does devotional service mean? And how much time we have? 5 more minutes. What does devotional service mean? What is the Hindi or Sanskrit equivalent of devotional service? Only like from the back. I should not say backbenchers, but like from the...
Bhakti.
Huh?
Doing the service
But-
without any attachment.
No, that word that...
Fruitive attachment.
No, but devotional service, if you translate that in Sanskrit, what is that? Devotional service.
Bhakti.
Bhakti, yes. One word, bhakti. So when Prabhupada translated bhakti in English, he didn't say worship or devotion. He translated as because living entities are not inert. We are active. Even जब भूत में जाते हैं तो भूत भी एक्टिव होता है. They start moving around. इसमें घुस जाऊं, उसमें घुस जाऊं, उसमें घुस जाऊं. They are always active, right? Bhut are active. So because the living entity is there, living entity is always active. You see an amoeba under the microscope, is going here and there, here and there, here and there, right? Everyone is going here and there. And have you ever seen an ant sitting silently in one corner? It's always going around here and there. All the animals are going around. Everyone is going around. Mosquitoes, everyone. So no one is inert. Unless you are so sinful that you have been made into a tree, then you stand in one place. Otherwise, the jivas are moving. So there is always this activity. So devotional service means engaging in some service. And how do you engage in service? What do you use to engage in service? So you use what you have got. What have you got? You got this body. I'm getting Gita. So so what do you have that you can serve Krishna? You have to use something to serve, right? When you go to work, they give you a laptop. They don't say just sit here. They give you a laptop, keyboard, so that you can use this to serve them, and they'll give you a paycheck. So Krishna gave us this body and the senses, and these are, and the mind, intelligence. They are to be used to serve. How can you serve? You have to use some instruments to serve. So Krishna is called Rishikesh. What is he called? Rishikesh. There's one Prabhu Rishikesh, but the Krishna Rishikesh means he is the master of the senses, controller of the senses. And what are these senses meant for? For serving the master. So you use your eyes to do what? See the form of Krishna. You use your hands to do what? Serve Krishna, clean the temple, do some service, right? You use your legs, that you have used your legs to come to the temple, right? So you have used your body to come, you're moving your body. Mind, right now in the class you are applying your mind to what? Understand Krishna, right? And then there are other senses too, like your nose, you can smell the tulsi, your tongue, you can taste the prasadam after the class, right? So all of these different instruments are engaged in service of Krishna. This is pure devotional service, right? So you try to engage the services in to please Krishna. That is what is devotional service, right? So 4 things, we'll come to that. Sangha Varjita, Mad Bhakta, Sangha Jnana and Karma, take it out. If you go deeper into Sangha Varjita, that can mean many other things that we should not do. We should not associate with people who are attached to wine, women and money, right? What does it mean? Stop going to work, because that's what they are like. All of them outside people are like this, but no, you have to be there but not be there. Like how a lotus is, right? It's not affected by the water. What is lotus called in Sanskrit? Pankaj. Pankaj. What does Pankaj mean?
Oh, like it's there in mud, but
Pankaja means born from mud. But you never see lotus with mud on it, right? It never touches the mud. It's always above the mud. So we have to be like that. So wherever we are, we should be there, but we should be there just doing our duty. We should not be attached to our association. We should not do that. That will harm us. So we should try to take the association of devotees here. That is going to elevate us. Because the devotees here, they are already elevated in consciousness. And when you associate with them, that's going to uplift our consciousness, right? So 4 things we discussed. We'll come to that later. Very long purport. So take your time and please read. Oh. Was this the last verse? No. We did not read this verse, I think. Oh, we already read this verse. Okay. So this. Okay. All right. Sangha Varjita. We can maybe discuss more on Sangha Varjita. Right. So there are things in bhakti that we should do that increases our bhakti. There are things we should not do that deteriorates our bhakti. There is a verse that Rupa Goswami, one of our acharyas, he gives, which tells us what we should do in bhakti and what we should not do in bhakti. What is that verse? Particular is the Varjana. And what are the 6 things that we should do and 6 things we should avoid? Yeah. When Prabhuji is here, no need to look at the other ways. Atyahara, prayasascha, prajalpao, niyamagra. I'm not going to go into the details, but over endeavoring, atyahara, prayasascha, prajalpao, niyamagra, talking nonsense. अरे क्या चल रहा है तो क्या कर रहा है all this nonsense. This is prajalpa. Artyahara prayasascha prajalpa niyamagra. Niyamagra means you follow the rules just for following the rules, or you don't follow the rules at all. Niyamagra janasangascha, associating with worldly people, right? Oh, उसको देखा. These kind of people know. और मैं शेयर में लगाया पैसा, I put my money in the share market, is going up. They constantly look at their phone. Green है कि red है कि green है कि red है. Short, long, whatever. So they keep seeing. No, don't do that. Whatever money is destined here will come, and whatever is destined to go will go. You cannot control it. If the money is meant to go, then either there will be some disease or you lose your job, whatever, and then that will not be there, and then you will be in trouble. And then one day you'll suddenly get a job because then money is supposed to flow. So these are all written. How much money? There are some things that are fixed. Money, your marriage. What else? I'm not sure, but there are certain things that are fixed. I'm forgetting. I should have prepared that, but so these are fixed. Like your life is fixed, your death is fixed, right? So some things are fixed. Your money is fixed, but not how you earn the money. It's not that you become a doctor or you will become a bhai. We saw all that bhai, right? So. Your money is fixed, right? How you make it, how you earn the money is not fixed, right? So you have to decide, right? The choice is now yours. Now you're working for a company that is making like guns to kill the animals, like some sports company that make these guns for like Academy Outdoors and Sports, like all these different companies, Bass Pro Shops, fishing equipment bana rahe, and you are working. Okay, now the sales have increased. Your type, you're making the sales go up. Marketing mein ho. Very good. It kills the fish instantly. Take this. So these kind of jobs. So you have to be very.
Sorry to disturb everyone again, but there's a double parked gray Nissan that's blocking people from getting out. Anybody know? A double parked gray Nissan? No? Okay. No problem. But thank you for patience and tolerance.
Yeah. Again, I forgot. What?
Worldly people.
Yeah, we should not associate with them. We should be very careful, right? Who we are associating with. Right?
Suppose you're working for a company that makes fishing rod. And
Yeah, so make sure that you choose your occupation because money is fixed. No, there's no question about it. You choose your occupation, do the right thing. Don't do the wrong thing, right? I'm not saying suddenly that tomorrow you leave your job. just take time. Like this is not a fanatic class. Be practical, do whatever needs to be done. But I'm just saying the philosophy. Anyway, and then there are things that you should do. What are those? उत्साह निश्चय धैर्य तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संग त्यागा सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर भक्ति प्रसिद्धि. Utsaha, enthusiasm, right? We should be enthusiastic to do devotional service, right? All these mat karma clean. You were asked to clean the temple. Prabhu, I'm not feeling well. Ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. So some excuses are there. But if you're enthusiastic, you'll say, where is the mop? Pani kahan hai? All this, where is this and that? And then you start mopping, start doing service. So you have to be enthusiastic. And then determination. You have to have determination. If you don't have determination, you cannot do anything. Forget about spiritual life, even material life. Utsah nischay dhairyat. And you have to have patience. Right? Not immediately things are going to happen. It took you 4 years to become an engineer. Right? Of course, there's not much to study. I mean, there is a lot to study. No, there is a lot to study. Not much we studied. Okay, not much we studied, but there's a lot to study. So many things, right? So many Xerox photocopies at least, that you have to memorize. And then you remember, okay, next word. What was the next word? Okay, this is, what was the word before, after the diagram? And then you start remembering again. So again, these are the things.
The first word I remember.
First word. What was the first word before the diagram? Uske paas. Figure ke niche kya tha? Oh. And then you remember, right?
Everything I remember all our engineering days now.
So utsaha nischay dhairyat tat karma pravartanat. Then do things that are favorable. If you want to become an engineer, do things that are favorable. Do things right. So take in admission into engineering college, study nicely, or whatever, and just pass out and become an engineer. Right? Tat karma pravartanat sanga tyagat. Give up the bad association of people who will going to drag you from the path. क्या कर रहा है, कहाँ जा रहा है भाई तू, ये उम्र है, और दादाजी लोग जाते हैं मंदिरों, why are you going to the temple? That people will say like that, this let's go to party, right? But no, this is the age when you become old. You go and see some old people in the subway. Have you take subway, right? You see how they're sitting? They're practically waiting. Yeah, they're practically waiting, right? आज है, बहुत हो गया, थके थे, already tired. Okay, हो गया भाई, God take me now. So, let's continue. Let's go with the flow. A train, C train, wherever it's right. So we should not be like that, right? We should have a goal. Our goal is what? Our goal is that now we're in this association. Understand Krishna. Krishna is giving us these 4 principles, and then he's going to elaborate in the 12th chapter, which is going to come later on, right? So Sanga Tyaga Sato Vritte. Sato Vritte means associate with Sato. Sato means devotees. Sato Vritte Shadbir Bhakti Prasadhyati. These things will increase your devotion or strengthen your bhakti. Do you want to strengthen or weaken our bhakti?
Strengthen.
Okay, but before that, how do we get bhakti?
But serving.
Bhakti means, we said, devotional service. Devotional service means we engage our senses to actually do something practical. Right? This is practical. What you are doing right now is engaging your ears. Right? Whatever you do, you have to use some instruments. And who gave you these instruments?
Krishna.
We did not come with ears. Right? We did not come with eyes. We did not make anything. We did not go to Walmart, buy a pair of lips. Small, medium, extra large, large. We did not, they all came, based on our karma, we got this body. Krishna gave us this body. Now we have to engage this body. It is not that if you have bigger ears, you can hear different Bhagavad Gita. Whatever type of instrument you have, this is perfect for you to understand bhakti. So engage that. So you got the point, right? So these senses, whatever they are, you engage them in service of Krishna, and each sense will work in a separate, different way. So engage them accordingly. And how do you engage them? Connect with an authority, and the authority will engage you in service. Follow the authority, and that's the easiest way. Otherwise, everyone is running to take the broom. There's only one broom. I will do the mopping. I will do the mopping. No, there are different services. So connect with an authority, and then there is like no chaos, right? So now we'll go and maybe 3-4 minutes. We'll quickly revise what we have learned so far. So we'll start from the elite adventures. We will start from Prabhu. 51. What did we discuss in verse 51?
51?
Hmm.
51, I think that was the verse that Krishna started speaking. Was it?
No.
Or was it like before when I was
Think, Prabhu. Arjuna. What does Arjuna say? Arjuna say?
To know the Virat Rupa.
Arjuna wants to see the 400 form.
Arjuna wanted to see the 400 form, but in 51st verse, he is already seeing the 400. And what does he say, that what has happened after seeing the 400 form, 200 form? Your Swami Vapu?
He's in his original nature.
Very nice. His original nature. Very good point. So he is in his original nature, right? So that is the most important thing there. That he said, I'm pacified, no more fear. I'm in my original state. I'm peaceful, relaxed. Next verse. Who speaks? I was like, okay, de do. What is the next verse? Who's speaking the next verse? At least
Krishna.
Krishna. Very nice. And what did he say?
I think
Whatever you remember. It's not a
Krishna said
past well.
like this roop of mine is not something that can be seen easily.
Very nice.
It's very difficult.
Very good. And what is the Sanskrit word that was used? No, for that, not difficult to see. Sudurdarsham. Very good. Very good. Sudurdarsham. So Sudurdarsham, this form is very difficult to see. Right. And then what was the next verse? Even I am lost. What was the next verse? This is very difficult to see.
Even by doing yajna,
With worship, we cannot, even with worshipping also, like
Yep.
we cannot.
Yeah.
not by worship, not by sacrifices, not by charity, give your wealth and everything. You cannot
Worship.
see
Yes.
the,
that- You cannot.
Yep.
Worship was
You-
there. Right?
worship was there.
Yeah. So you cannot see me. Very
Yes.
good. And what was the next?
That's why Prabhupada emphasis on Bhakti Marg.
And what was the verse 55? Let me bring that here. Then Krishna gives the key of how to enter, and he says three things, right? What were the three things?
By sea,
No, the
By-
54. Three things that you can do: Gyatum, Drashtum, and Praveshtum. Praveshtum. Only you can see, right? Hear, sorry, see, understand, and enter into my mysteries by doing what? Pure devotional, undivided, very good, undivided devotional. Ananya bhakti means only bhakti. You're not dividing your attention to anything else, only to bhakti. And then he gives further explanation, and Prabhupada says this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Which verse? 55. 55 verse is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This is the essence. Because in these four things Krishna has elaborated what is the way that you can achieve me, or you can come to me. Okay, संस्कृत लेके चलेंगे. मत कर्म, okay, संस्कृत मतलब ये भी संस्कृत है. मत कर्म कृन. No, what is that? What does that mean? Mat karma krin. Do things for me. Mat मतलब मत करो वाला मत नहीं है. Mat means for me. Mat karma krin. Work for me. Mat karma krin. Mat paramo. What is mat paramo?
I am the one supreme.
Thinking me as the supreme, not taking me as the supreme goal. Taking me as a supreme goal, work for me. Mad bhakta sangha vivarjita. What does that mean?
Take off the karma and
Yeah, take out the karma and the jnana and just do
Bhakti.
Shuddha Bhakti. Do what? Pure devotional service. And then Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Become everyone's enemy. No. What is that mean? Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Be friendly to all jivas. How do you be friendly to all jivas? By saying hi, high five, wherever you go. No. Whomever you meet, jare dekho tare kaho, Krishna Upadesh. You can see everyone is suffering, so we should give them this message of Krishna. We should try to bring our friend to this gathering, and we should actually give them the highest knowledge, because everyone is suffering in this world. You may be successful materially, but ultimately this body is going to end, and then you are again going back into cycle of birth and death. How is that intelligent? You take a flight and you don't know where it is going. Bhai, मैं जा रहा हूँ. कहाँ? मैं उड़ रहा हूँ बस. मैं उड़ने निकला हूँ. So you don't do like that. So in the human life, if I'm going to ask you, what is your next life? I don't know. And why are you a human being? That even dog doesn't know what is he going to become in his next life, right? He may become a horse or whatever. He doesn't know. So if we are human, if we don't know what is our next life, at least as devotees, we know that in one lifetime we can be with Krishna, because we are on the right path, right? So we should try to bring more people into the fold, into the movement, and try to bring them to this group. And however you want to bring them to the path of bhakti, now that you have got this treasure, so we should try to spread that. And that is nirvaira. Nirvaira. If you are envious, you'll say, marne de isko kyun dena Gita? Acha hai, let him go to hell, right? No, but we are kind, nirvaira. We don't have enemies, so we say, okay, it's not my enemy, it's my friend, so let's bring him also. So that is nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. And one who does these four things, he guaranteed he will come. Who is saying this? Is he lying?
No.
If he is saying it is going to happen, it is for sure that whoever has come to this movement or who has taken up bhakti, he will achieve Krishna. That is guaranteed. It is not possible he will not achieve Krishna. So we all are going to achieve Krishna if we continue to stay on this path. ट्रेन में बैठे रहो, उतरो मत. पानी भरने उतरे और ट्रेन निकल गई, वो नहीं करने. Just stay in the process. Just continue in the association. All right. So I think we discussed all the points. If there are any questions or points of discussion, I don't know how much time we have, but we can take question. Prabhu is also here.
We can speak while prasadam is
Oh,
also
okay, all
happening.
right. Yes, Prabhu. Sure.